Hello, 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 hello. Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to you, wherever you are, whatever time it is when you listen to this. Welcome to my channel. All right, so this reading is for Life Path 33. Happy New Year, Life Path 33. Happy New Year. I hope everybody's doing okay. I hope everybody's having a good day, right? Enjoying their new year, first reading of the year, right? For you guys, we're gonna see where you are, and then we're gonna go forward, right? Just give you a few different insights, okay? Not all readings are gonna resonate with everyone. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. That's okay. All right. That simply means that this reading isn't for you. All right. And if it don't fit, don't force it. Just relax and let it go. Just 'cause that's how you want it doesn't mean it will be so. If it don't fit, don't force it. Do not force it, okay? All right, Life Path 33. Oh, there we go. Unexpected income. Okay, I'm seeing actual money with this Life Path 33. Not necessarily a person. So it'll be some money involved in this unexpected income. And marriage. Ooh, so you got money and commitment that works inside of one's thoughts. All right, Life Path 33. This is looking really good. Whether this is, because I'm seeing actual money in my head. So there's that and the commitment in full time. Now, if this is for the employment aspect, is the commitment in full, is like full time commitment. Might even be dealing with money, right? With finances. And if this is a relationship, it'll be about the unexpected income with the commitment and marriage. Okay, let's see what this. Let's see what we got going on with this right here. In the spiritual portion, the spiritual contract. All right. The overall essence of it being the thoughts of unexpected income and marriage, and relationships and commitment. Hmm. Oh, I've had 33. Well, a lot of this I know it is because this will be about the teaching and how in certain teachings you have to actually do it. You have to be a visual representation within one not having any discussions and within one not being anxious about walking in one's truth, walking in their truth, walking in clarity, and there being the truth of one not making an offer, not having an offer of stability. The truth of the dark night of the soul, walking in the truth that comes with the dark night of the soul. Part one. Part two. There's this situation that I'm seeing, right? And sure, it'll be about Gemini essence, not Virgo. A lot of the stuff it was that happened during the Gemini axis, Gemini and Libra axis, not the Virgo and Aries. Not the, yeah, not Gemini and Libra, not Aries and Sagittarius, right? But what it is that goes on within one walking in their truth and doing what they feel, right? In a day, for instance. That's that portion. The other portion of it is how and one person would make things last happen all in one day, while another person would do it all in a year. That's why it's always that whole slow moving situation like Path 33 because you got to pay attention to that portion. Okay, I feel like 424 when I said that. So you gotta realistically what it is that would have been nurtured about stability and practicality at work and home and in your family, and then one not being a part of a third party situation, and how the truth of in a dark night of the soul, one wouldn't have been celebrating, wouldn't have been a part of a third party situation, excuse me, or any of that, and how their wishes wouldn't have been fulfilled. Okay, Life Path 33. Some of this other stuff that this is giving with the way these cards is coming out Yeah, with the way these cards is coming out, this is okay. I was saying that it's a good, it's giving for real. Yeah, that yeah, I'm hearing like being compensated because it ain't about what somebody else think about you or what is being portrayed. It's about the truth of it. The other portion of it is how you won't be anxious if you walking in the truth. If you walking in the truth and telling the truth, your truth. It's not about nobody else. It's about you now. And this, yeah, because this is a lot of cups, cups and swords. It's giving a lot of Aquarius, Cancer type essence that'll be going on. And even in regards to this, with not being a part of a third party situation, and even in the month of December, right? And the celebratory, you should. I feel inclined to say 33. We know, right, that when people depend on a particular person to show up in a space, but whether or not the truth of in a dark night of the soul, they wouldn't have been there. And if they would have been there, their wishes wouldn't have been fulfilled. You know what that's like when, say, for instance, in this whole priestess being revealed situation, right? Or the secrets being revealed about the truth of how a person wouldn't have been pregnant, wouldn't have wishes wouldn't have been fulfilled, or none of that, right? Or they wouldn't have been fulfilled. And realistically, their emotions wouldn't have been ending. And then there being this jealousy, overall essence of jealousy. Or Pisces is the other thing, Lilith. The boundaries it is that will be set as a transcendental spiritual truth of one holding on to the supernatural and the naivety of a person being single or independent. That's the dark night of the soul that a person never would have taken. From what I'm getting from this, the person wouldn't have taken action and they wouldn't have walked in their truth. And whenever they would walk in their truth, they wouldn't celebrate. Some people just like a whole bunch of mess and confusion. It's kind of what that is giving, like Path 33. I ain't even gonna lie. It's like a funneling or a fueling source for them. Oh, okay. And then High Priestess reverse, the devil. With one not being a what's clearing out is a person not being a high priestess for the devil. Y'all, oh my goodness, like Path 33. And the reality of the high priestess revealing what their ambitions are and what the structure of something is. That's where we finna go with this, y'all. Y'all do too much. But knowing, and even in regards to this, okay, I'm going to say this. I'm not necessarily for it. I'm not necessarily against it. But in every position, it doesn't matter where it is. You have to have connectivity and coexist because everybody has their own functions to play with you, right? And even in regards to this, the truth of the priestess revealing their ambitions or revealing who the actual devil or devil essence is, right? There's that portion now, and what it is that will be clearing out, right? This snake and what it is the snake does, right? In this whole depiction is calm. It's not active. How certain things wouldn't be active. And revealing a Capricorn, the high priestess in Capricorn essence. And or a high priestess that's a Capricorn. I already know who it is and what this about in a personal aspect. But the independence that come into place with one not discussing, not talking about the materialism or about being dirty, not speaking dirty, not talking dirty outside of the community. Not discussing emotional instabilities of a person being single and independent. When you're independent, it's a little, yeah, a lot of people like the codependence portion because it means it's somebody that you got to immediately go to or having that immediate go to person. But I feel inclined to say this. with partnerships and one, two, three, four, five, six, and it being about how things are organized in a situation, Life Path 33, you know that in the teaching and acting or actions of things, you have to have a good understanding of what it is to be single in a space and versus being interdependent, not codependent, interdependent with an individual. That's that other thing that that nine means, right? The nine of pentacles means. And then what it is that wouldn't have been projected, and Neptune being in retrograde, right? And within one not collecting the information of not waiting, and that being the strength. Independence being the strength, with one not discussing a lot of stuff and not doing a whole bunch of talking. All right. In short, everything ain't supposed to be talked about like Path 33. Especially if you're married or in a commitment. You do not need to, you don't be telling everybody your damn business when you married. That'd be the reason why you get a lot of marriages that fuck up. Because you didn't marry for love, you married for clout. Or because somebody just told you to do it. 11:11 when I said that. And then the wisdom that comes with one not having creative action or being optimistic. Gentleness and diplomacy. Something that is given is whether or not you, like Path 33, have creative action and optimism, or you're optimistic about the different creative actions it is that would have been taken, and the protection that would have come from those who don't. The protection that would have come from magic, coincidence, and synchronistic events from those who aren't spiritual. What I'm getting from this is who aren't on your spiritual vibration, your spirit and your frequency, and then are being, the incoming would be the creative actions of magic, coincidence, and synchronistic events, and how one is protected, and that's part of this transcendental spiritual truth and this message for you, whatever the message is, right? It'll be the God consciousness being held on to. The transcendental spiritual truth being held on to, that a person is naive. A person is naive and they aren't on the fool's journey. A lot of this, it's a difference between God's journey and the fool's journey and God consciousness, Christ consciousness, and all this other stuff. You got to know what journey it is you're on to begin with. And it wouldn't be about creative action, it'll be about guidance in regards to magic, coincidence, and synchronistic event. No, it's when it's not magic, it's just orchestrated. That's the gentleness and diplomacy when something is just well done, but it's not magically influenced. Okay. All right. Life Path 33. I hope that helps you guys out just a little bit. Gave you a tad bit of an inclination as to a few different things it is that will be going on. If you'd like to schedule your own personal touch of clarity, you are more than welcome to do so at lightwork at gmail.com. Okay? Because see, remember, light work, it ain't like work. It is not light work. It's not light work. And that's why you have to stay light while you work